Good morning, my people. I'm happy to come through with another message and video for you. I hear it and see it every day. People struggling with negativity. And I can tell you often enough, do not become negative yourself. Do not become bitter. That is the goal of the attacks, and people attack you if you're positive because they don't like that. Okay, now see, there is positive signs and development in today's society and in our times, and I will come to that. But it is clear that we are living in a time and in the age of a mental health pandemic, because the number of DSM-5 personalities, dark tetrad, dark triad people in society is increasing. So in the Western countries, Western influenced countries like America, Europe and so on, it's probably about 5 to 10%. So we're going towards 10%. We're moving in this direction, and these people, their behavior is detrimental for society, and this is because the behavior can be described as predatory, parasitic, and these people will do things like create artificial emergency situations for their own children and then emerge as saviors and to extract social status, services and money using power structures and family. And this way a lot of people become enablers for abuse. And I just want to call out these people also. Bring yourself in a comfortable situation for the future. Think about what you're really doing. Be responsible. Because we have a lot of waking up people. We have black sheep who have not been silenced, and they will bring it to light. And if you use your power circle, your position in society to enable narcissistic abuse, it might be exposed. And if you say, all right, all the people are in this coercive control scheme, they are all programmed, man, then I go to the boss and tell the boss. And if your boss is part of this, I go to the boss of your boss. And at some point, there will be a civilized person that is following ethical and moral code and law. And then it's too late. So, there are so many people who like the sunny days with no problem, no trouble. And they want to shine in that light of doing good things and having a social job and doing their work and doing good things. But when it really comes to taking responsibility and acting accordingly to their information, they're pulling out of responsibility, or they let themselves influenced by the wrong people. All right, now let's go to the positive development that I see. So my daughter is going to school, and she learns in school that the prefrontal cortex is very important to work. They learn about Immanuel Kant, about philosophy, and they have ethical teachings at school, and it's really, she likes these topics. So there is positive signs, there's good things happening as well. There's people who understand what makes a human being valuable for society and social relationships. See, I have coined a term called reactive education. It means that you get abused and you're going in with all the teachings of the school. Yeah, be social, share, be open, be nice, you know, following ethical moral codes. You've been taught to be a good person, and you're going in the world like this. And what happens is, at some point you will be abused, and basically a lot of predatory parasites will cling onto your energy and just suck you out financially, mentally, physically, in all ways. All right? And this is what we need to teach the children also about the 5 to 10% of bad people who you cannot approach as a good person in the same way, which means you need to integrate your shadow and learn to keep these people at an arm's length, right? So we don't teach people to be a bad person to a certain degree to keep them at bay, right? All right. See, my message today is about the reactive education. So you will first find out who the people are that are treating you that way. But when you find out what they lack, what they don't have, you learn about yourself. Because you learn you have empathy, you have real empathy, you don't have the cold empathy that is just there to fake, or, you know. You find out about the patterns, what they use, like idealization, love bombing, and breadcrumbing and coercive control and stuff like that. And then you know that what is the true, what really makes you stand out, makes you special. Why did you attract these people? And it is because you can be self-supplying, self-reliant. You're not codependent person. You're not dependent person. You can individuate, and the thing is, you are satisfied. Basically, you can be satisfied and joyful just by yourself, just by the world. And this is why the people are tempted to love you and be attracted by you in the first place. But at some point, this will turn to envy, jealousy, and hate. And then you make this, reactive education. Find out about them, and then find out about yourself, and then individuate. So my message is also, I had to do all the pre-talk to bring you to this point now where we take you higher now. The message now is I need to focus. See, these people can never be in your way of individuation and developing yourself, because they don't have your abilities. So you need to have the right mindset and do the right decisions, act accordingly based on your education, and then they cannot be in your way. They can only be behind you. And this is because the predatory parasitic behavior means they take your place. This is the malignant, malicious envy. They want to be you. They really they want to steal your identity. And this means they take your place. They set snares and traps for you. But all these areas they have access to is places where you don't want to be at all. So it means everything that they can touch and infest, you let it go and move the other way. And this propels you into your purpose. This individuates you. This brings you into areas that are clean, so to speak, you are going up a mountain. From that, these people are always in comfort zones. They do not leave comfort zones. They are there where there is something to extract. They would never take effort. They take the shortcuts, the easy ways out. So they are basically stuck. This means wherever a trap and snare is set from them, move away from there, go up the mountain, go to the places where the air is clean and the source is clean and the water is clean. They cannot follow you. This is why they hate you in the first place. This means individuation. When you individuate, they can't follow you. And there is this contradiction that the people with this negativity are highly competitive. So you don't even want to compete, but they will have a very unhealthy way to competing. So they won't confront you and compete in the ways like we compete in sports with rules. No, they can't do this. They are highly competitive but cowards. So this means that you have to basically keep on not competing with them and just move your way, because they will never go in a clean competition, right? So that it's just traps and snares and backstabbing, right? So in other words, the people are not your enemies, okay? They have to have enemies because they don't like peace. They need the chaos, they thrive on that. And they see you as an enemy. But you must leave all of this behind, individuate about this. They're not your enemies, they just sabotage themselves. And at some point, again, leave it behind, move on, all right? There is nothing of this that will work in the way they thought it would, okay? So I hope I could make it clear that negative people cannot be in your way. You understand me? You need to make the right decisions, the right changes within yourself and move accordingly. And it will bring you into your purpose. It will be that thing that is the game changer for you to have a satisfying and joyful life, okay? But at the same time, I don't want to downplay the dangers of these people. There are victims, a lot of victims. When you look at the biography of these people, there is a lot of people who cannot recover mentally or physically from the kinds of abuse. So I don't want to downplay this. And it is urgent that you do the education and save yourself. Stay blessed. My brothers and sisters love y'all.